It's Rick and Patty from the KORD Morning Show. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it.
And, of course, you can always catch us anywhere and everywhere with our KORD mobile app. It's free for you in the App Store as well in Google Play.
613, number one for New Country. It's 102.7 KORD. You got Rick, you got Patty. Good morning. 50 degrees, clear skies, ready to kick off this Friday, pre-Labor Day.
It's a holiday weekend.
It is a holiday weekend. I know you're going to be out and about with Walker's Furniture and Great Deals, Great Values. And if you want to save some money this weekend, and of course, as we head into Labor Day weekend, you know what?
What?
I'm ready for the 3-day weekend.
Are you?
Are you ready for it?
Always. Always ready for the weekend. Are you kidding?
I'm ready for a permanent vacation. Yeah. It was like I got a former coworker who's now retired. And I see her photos every single day, and I'm like, man, the good life.
She's living the life.
Oh, she's living the life. And I always write underneath her little Facebook comments, hey, are you enjoying being retired? Is this, is it all that it's cracked up to be? Because some people just can't stand to be retired. And then some people are like, I'm retiring at 40 years old, I
have a friend. She is a former airline attendant.
Yeah.
And she retired up in Green Bay.
Wow.
I mean, she went from Southern California to Green Bay. Culture shock. She's digging it. She is loving it. I watch her every day. She's walking around, Green Bay.
I have two classmates that retired, both of them because they're married at 44.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
They never had kids. Never had kids.
Okay.
And they're both. He was in the military, so that means 20-year service there. Thank you for your service. And then she was a scientist, and so they had just and they met in high school. And then, and so what they did was they just from day one stuffed money, away. And then I remember, 10 years ago, they're like, oh, we're 44. It's time to retire. I'm like, what the?
Well, good for them.
And all they do is travel.
Oh, how nice.
The country. And so I'm always
That's pretty amazing. That's an amazing life.
It is, So anyway, 44. Holy cow. I'm like, now I have to concede. I don't know, to me, I mean, I'm going to retire at, like probably,
what are you trying to say, Rick?
Well, like you, I'm probably going to retire at 65. I'll be good and done. I don't
know. You know when I'm going to retire.
No, but I think 44 to me, I would be bored at 44 because you still have so much, I guess you need the money. If you had unlimited money,
you need money today.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So like you and I, we're broadcasters. We're broadcasters, so we don't have that luxury. And we just don't have that luxury. We have to work like everybody else. But it is interesting. I'm like 44. Gosh, well, maybe 55. You retire at 55.
Well, see what happens when you plan ahead.
I know. Well, welcome to radio. No one plans ahead in radio. We got a great day ahead for you here. We're going to work on some Facebook fun, other people's problems coming up in just a little bit. Let's get your day started.
Let's go.
Yeah, grab a cup of coffee. You got Rick and Patty, KORD.
Starting your day the right way with the KORD Morning Show. Number one for New Country. 102.7 KORD. Make sure you have our free app for concert news, contests, and your favorite country everywhere you go.
RD 624 on your Friday. You got Rick, you got Patty. Welcome to it before Labor Day. 50 degrees, clear skies for you right now. All right, Facebook fun to get the day started. What are your thoughts on driverless cars, and would you get in one? Because I saw a video where an old man, they said, oh, let's go for a ride, Grandpa. And they put him in a car, and the car starts going, and guess what? There's no driver. And the grandpa goes, what? I mean, so would you get, so let's say you call for a taxi.
I still don't trust it. No, I'm not getting into it. No.
And it rolls
Haven't
up.
you seen the videos where they get into crashes and such?
I do. I have.
I can't.
I have.
I cannot.
I don't, yeah. I just don't trust it, I guess. I guess I just don't trust that it's good.
I do not either.
And especially when it's driverless and let's say 60 miles an hour on a freeway. That's where I'm like, okay, I get maybe 20 miles around town. Okay, bump into something. Yeah, okay.
I've seen video of people in Southern California sleeping on a major freeway.
In their Teslas, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know about that.
It's like, even when my wife is driving and I'm sleeping, I'm afraid.
Can I just tell you, the other night we were coming back from Walla Walla. My husband was driving. He goes, go to sleep. Yeah, no, I'm not doing it. It's dark. I can barely, the road is
dark hot. That's a dark
it is,
highway.
and it's scary. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, that Walla Walla road. There's no lights out.
But
there.
I don't know. I was stressed the whole way home.
Have you ever had that dream where you are sleeping and you get in a car wreck, but you're not in the car. You're just sleeping. But you wake up suddenly like, oh, okay, it's just a dream, just a bad dream.
Yes.
I've been there. We're like,
Yep.
I'm not in a car, but I thought I was in a car. That's always a creepy one. Or it's funny is when you are sleeping with somebody, they're driving and you're sleeping, and you're like, and you wake up suddenly because you think did I fall asleep at the wheel?
Yep.
Did I fall asleep at the wheel? And like, no, I'm not driving.
I know. Yep.
So, what are your thoughts on driverless cars? What would you get in one? Yeah, if one rolled up here for a taxi, no. Dana says no. Pat says no. Lynn says no. Ona says no, thank you.
I know it.
Jamie says, has no one seen Maximum Overdrive? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'd be like, someone pulls up, next one, don't want that.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I don't trust.
All right.
I do not. I don't even trust. Like I told you, my husband's driving.
You're
I
like,
don't trust it.
I'll stay wide awake. Wide awake. So what are your thoughts on driverless cars? Would you get in one? We want to know. That's the Facebook fun. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show, number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD.
KORD 639. You got Rick, you got Patty. Good to be with you. 55 degrees. Happy Friday. And time for some Nashville news.
Brad Paisley and his wife, Kimberly Williams Paisley, have opened a second nonprofit grocery store in Nashville. The new location for the store will be on the TriStar Centennial Medical Center property. Now, the Paisleys initially launched the effort on Belmont University campus in 2020 as Nashville worked to recover from those tornadoes and the COVID-19 pandemic. The unique assistance experience allows people to shop for the items that they need, including fresh foods and pantry goods, in a way that's similar to a typical supermarket. Tyler Hubbard and his wife Haley, they're taking control of their kids' education. The country music couple has decided to homeschool their 3 kids, Luca, Atlas, and Olivia. Now, up until now, they attended a different school. However, the Hubbards say that they would rather be in control of what their kids learn. Plus, homeschooling allows them to be on the road as a family. Not for everybody, but it is for them. Parker McCollum says that he can't believe his name is being associated with his country music heroes. He says, I've heard people compare me to people like Dwight Yoakam and even George Strait, big name folks like that, the people I idolize. He says, I appreciate it, but I got a long way to go before I'm even close to being in their league. Just so you know, Parker McCollum is opening for Luke Combs at the Gorge on October 4th and 5th. And finally, E! says that John Mellencamp's son, Hud Mellencamp, and Trace Adkins' daughter, you with me? Mackenzie Atkins, might be dating.
Oh, geez.
They appeared on this reality TV show. It's called Claim to Fame, where the couple confirms that they are just hanging out after forming a strong bond on the show. Hud has made trips to Nashville to visit Mackenzie, and a source tells the network that they seem to be enjoying each other's company, and they're taking things as they come. I don't know. We will keep you posted. Those are your trending headlines.
The Cord Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD. Have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto? Make sure you have our app, so when you connect your device, we can go everywhere together.
52, number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD. You got Rick, you got Patty, anywhere, everywhere on your in your Cord mobile app. Now, we're going to be talking about coming up other people's problems in just a little bit. But first, before we get to that, I've got to tell you that we've got it online for you right now. And if you want to get a great deal and get a great value,
what are you talking about?
SeizeTheDeal.com. It's the 2024 fitness card, and a lot of people say they want to try different things. They're like, oh, I want to try CrossFit, or I want to, rock climb.
There's a hot yoga place, Trinity Hot Yoga. There's results-based coaching, Star Cycle in Kennewick, and Rock Shop Climbing.
That was the one, Star Cycle, you were talking about. That's brand new, and everybody's been wanting to do it. And the cool thing, you get to try that in Kennewick, and results-based coaching as well. They can help you with your diet, your meal, and all that.
You don't want to miss out on this deal.
Yeah,
Get to SeizeTheDeal.com.
There you go. It's a $400 value. It's $99 right now while supplies last. It is the 2024 fitness card. Don't miss out. Go get it now. SeizeTheDeal.com.
We love to hear from you, and it's easier than ever to reach out. Just open up the Cord mobile app and send us an app chat message. Or you can contact us the old-fashioned way at 509-547-KORD. Number one for New Country, 1027 KORD.
One-man band, number one for New Country, 1027 KORD. It's 7:08. You got Rick, you got Patty. Happy Friday. Who's ready for a long 3-day weekend? I know people are going to be hitting the roadways. Make sure you check your KORD mobile app. Know before you go, because that traffic near Cle Elum.
You never know.
You never know. So make sure you know before you go. Check out the KORD mobile app. Download it when you're on the roadways. Wherever you're traveling, just travel safe. All right, so this is, people are already, Kelly's already getting flamed, but what's going on in other people's
she really is. Well, she doesn't have an ego, does she?
No.
Rick and Patty, I try to schedule all of my first dates on Wednesday night, so if I like the guy, I can go out with him again on Friday or Saturday. So I had a date on Wednesday. The night started off horribly because my date called me by the wrong name. When I asked who Tara was, he stumbled and fumbled like an NFL player on Sunday afternoon. I thought about walking out right then and there, but then I decided to stay, so I ordered the most expensive thing on the menu.
You did.
Well, my date never gave me a straight answer as to who Tara is. He asked me for a second date on Saturday. In his defense, he was extremely nervous because, well, he is dating way over his head with me. Should I give him another chance or not? I don't appreciate him thinking about another woman while he's on a date with me. What would you do if you were me? Kelly and Kennewick.
Oh, geez. This is a big can of worms. So anybody who's been married, and I've been married a couple times, and I don't recall early in my relationship with Megan, but I might have slipped once or twice.
Did you call it a date by the wrong name?
Never a date, but but married people, if you've been married multiple times, you can accidentally call somebody by a certain, like my first wife's name was Pokey. So
you better not call Megan Pokey.
No, I think in the first few months or whatever, not, I mean, you go to say something.
Listen, if Jeff called me Janice.
Really? Look at you.
Are you kidding me?
It's
Janice. What? My head would spin around so fast.
So, well, you
want me to call Jeff Rick?
No,
hey, buddy.
But anybody who's
Jerry.
Anybody who's had another spouse, I was married to Pokey for 14 years, and then I'm married to.
Are you saying that you've made that mistake?
Sure. Not like rampant, but I'm sure I've called, early in the relationship. You call somebody by their name. I mean, I think it happens. I don't,
I'm sure it does.
I'm sure it happens.
Yeah.
But even on a first date, especially let's say they're newly divorced, and they were married for a lot of years. They're going to accidentally slip and say something.
Yeah.
But everybody's going to pick on Kelly for other reasons, like most expensive item on the menu, and
he's in over his head,
way over his head
by dating me.
Really?
By having me in his presence, he's in the presence of greatness.
Obviously, Kelly, you like him because you're thinking, oh, maybe I should give him another chance, right?
I know. Well,
so I think
even after he called you Tara,
I have discovered about people who are overconfident. Some people literally believe that.
This is going to be good.
No, but I've also discovered that most of those people are very insecure about themselves, actually.
I don't think you're wrong there.
I think when people are very boastful about, how great they are,
yeah.
I'm like, I bet if I just poked you, you'd probably,
deflate.
You'd deflate. Absolutely. I do believe that. I believe that for most people that are braggarts, that you can just poke them and that shows their insecurity. If it's a shield, if they're covering for something, if that makes
Oh, yes.
But then I have a couple friends that really are that narcissist, that are narcissists.
Yeah.
That they truly believe they are that great. And I'm like, wow. So Kelly, I think, I don't know if this guy should even go out with you again. I mean, I'm thinking I think we red flag Kelly.
That's what a lot of people are saying.
Yeah,
wow, get over yourself.
Yeah, let's red flag Kelly this morning. We've never done that because she asked for our advice, but normally we've never gone against the person.
Yeah, people are like, red flags. Like, how do we tell him?
This might be the first.
I know where
we're like Kelly. We don't. Yeah, we're gonna.
How do we warn him?
Yeah, exactly.
Get away from her. Red flag.
All right, 547 KORD app chat us. What would you do in this situation? Would you give the guy a second chance? All right, Kelly, we're gonna have mercy on you.
Yeah.
We will have mercy on you today, and let us know what you guys would do. 547 KORD app chat us what Kelly should do. We want to know. You got Rick and Patty.
You're waking up with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
A few years back, or many years back, Kip Moore did come to the Tri-Cities.
No.
And we got to see him, yeah.
The Toyota Center?
He was
Or at the fair?
He was actually at the Toyota Arena, which is next door.
Yeah.
So he was it was not at the main, he was not at the main
main arena.
No, he was on the little baby arena.
Okay.
But he was great. He was on his way to Spokane. And those that remember it, my friend Carmen, I believe she went to it. She had a great time there. But yeah, Kip Moore had been here. Oh, gosh, I think has it been 10 years now, I think? Well, guess what? Labor Day weekend around the corner for you. Here you go. Oddest job you ever had, Patty.
The oddest?
The oddest job.
I've never had an odd job.
Okay.
God, I started off babysitting.
Okay.
And from there, I did work at Taco Bell.
Okay.
Often, you know what?
Sure.
Usually when they say like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
fast food or whatever,
Yeah.
your job, I can eat Taco Bell every day. Every day.
Okay.
I worked at a Rack's Roast Beef. I haven't had an odd job. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, okay. All right, interesting.
What about you?
Well, my first job, besides lawn mowing and all that, weed pulling and all that, my first job was shoveling manure out of stalls, which I absolutely loved. And then I was a dishwasher, I was a busboy, and I was a line cook at a family restaurant when I was in high school.
You were a line cook?
I was a line cook,
Did you like it?
I loved it. Loved it. Don't ever cook on Mother's Day, just so you know. Mother's Day is...
Busy. Particular. You forgot cheese. I said no onions.
Mother's Day in the restaurant business. I mean, maybe besides Easter, but Mother's Day is the busiest.
Oh, yes.
And it's crazy.
Because everybody has a mom.
Yeah. And just packed.
Yeah.
You're just packed to the rafters. So I've been a line cook. Yep, absolutely. And then I stumbled into radio. So
What job did you like the best?
Shoveling manure. Because to me, here's the deal. Everybody's asking me, what's your favorite job you've ever had? Well, I mean, being in radio, I love that. But here's the deal. Either the stall is clean or it's not. There's no BS when it comes to cleaning a stall.
You didn't take any
crap. But that's it.
I guess you did, though, all day long.
You did. But all the other jobs I've had, drama.
Yeah.
Or this is, shut up. I mean, no, honestly, truly, it's like, go clean a stall, and it's either clean or not. Boom. That's it.
Yep.
You know, you can look at the stall and go, I did a great job. Or I didn't do a good job. It's still not clean.
When I was going to radio school, I worked at a shoe store.
Yeah.
It was called Gusini's, and every pair of shoes was $13.88. Shoes, boots, you name it. Everything was $13.88. So there was no, how much is this? How much? Everything was $13.88.
Makes it easy.
I don't know.
No, but it's easy. Like, how much does it cost? $13.88. $13.88.
Everything.
$13.88.
Everything.
Well, I want it for $13.88. $13.88.
And my boss, you remember Billy Ocean, Caribbean Queen?
Yeah, of course.
My boss looked like Billy Ocean.
Oh, geez.
So all these ladies would come in, right, thinking like, oh my gosh, he looks like Billy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a good-looking guy.
I just remember that.
He's a good-looking guy, right? Absolutely.
I don't know.
So we'll take some calls. 547-KORD. Funny stories about the oddest job you've ever had. Why was the job so odd? I'm sure people have had some really... I remember being a kid, before we go to break, where the teenagers would sit on the side of the road and have a clicker counting cars. I thought
For what?
Just because for the Department of Transportation.
Oh.
And there'd be a booth out there on the side of the highway, and then the summertime, these kids...
you wanted that job?
Oh, who wouldn't want that
I
job?
want the click. I want the clicker.
Click, car goes by, click.
Counting
click,
cars.
Click, click. Way back in the day before they automated it. Now it's probably automated, but that was a great teenage job. You're out on the side of the road all day. Click, click, click. Car went by, click. So we'll take some calls. 547-KORD. Oddest job you've ever had. We want to know. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD. No need to wait for AI. Catch us now on Google Home and Alexa devices. Open our app for more info.
New Country, 1027 KORD. You got Rick, you got Patty. Always good to be with you on your Friday, 55 degrees sunshine as we head into this Labor Day weekend. Oddest job you've ever had, 547 KORD. What made the job so odd, and did you last at the job?
Do tell.
Yeah, do tell. I did the manure I did the cleaning the stalls for quite a few years. I did it through high school.
Okay.
I absolutely loved it. And it was funny. I was doing 3 jobs at the time, and the guy said, "Hey, you know what? We're good." I'm like, "Oh, I love this job." And
sorry,
but
Rick,
I was
you gotta go.
Well, I went off to college, and I had moved away and stuff. But again, like I said, it's hard work. Cleaning stalls is hard work. I have no problem with the physical work of it. And because I think that between physical and mental, sometimes the mental stuff just gets way too, it's just crazy. It just too much drama when it comes to, when you leave your workplace emotionally exhausted, even though you've done no physical work, that's what I always say. It's like, it's amazing how exhaustive mental work is compared physical. You're just do, you know what I'm saying? Baling hay, cleaning stalls. I mean, it's just go, picking cherries. I picked cherries as a kid.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah. Go, so, oh yeah, remember it's like growing up on the Grand Ron River, I was like, there was some orchards and stuff, and that's how we got a little extra money. So 547 KORD, oddest job you ever had. What was the job?
My very first job, I was responsible for going to all of the parks around and sweeping up and raking up geese dropping.
Oh, yeah.
I was outside for almost 6 hours a day doing it, and I came home smelling so bad every day, and I had to shower maybe once or twice just to get the smell off. But it was bad.
Absolutely. I wonder who always there. Yeah, the poop at the park, the Columbia Park and all that. It's all over the place. I was like, I wonder who. Yeah. What unlucky person gets to go down and pick that all up, right? That might be Patty's in my next job. You never know. You never know. Oh, there's Rick and Patty out there picking up geese poop out there, duck poop. 547 KORD, oddest job you've ever had.
I actually worked on a school bus that was converted into a little gymnastics gym for toddlers.
Cool.
And it was one of my absolute favorite jobs because you got your favorite little kids you saw every week.
Yeah.
They were so cute. And of course, I'm short. I could almost stand up in the bus, without, moving around too much. I could stand up, but, there wasn't much clearance. But these little guys, the bus looked so big to them, and seeing them do their little flips and somersaults, it was absolutely the cutest thing.
I love it. That's very clever. I would love to see that little tumbler bus. That's
amazing.
That's very clever there. Oddest jobs you've ever had. Taking your calls, 547 KORD. More of them on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show, number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD.
KORD 750. You got Rick, you got Patty. Labor Day weekend ahead. I'm super excited about it because it's going to be a 3-day holiday for some folks. And if you got to work, we're bummed out about that. But take us right alongside you on the KORD mobile app. So we've been talking about odd jobs, and Ange, I got to give it to Ange. Ange just sent me a Facebook message. She goes, she worked at a mink farm. Owned by Doug Swingley, a famous Iditarod winner. But it's a mink farm. Yeah, I think that would stink. She said it was nasty. She goes, Ange says, talk about nasty. Yeah, I don't know much about minks, but I'm just going to make the assumption that they stink. Is that kind of like...
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, horse manure, cow manure. I've been there. One time I had to, it took me a whole day and I never went back to the job, there was a chicken coop that needed to get cleaned. And it was like, it was so hard. It was concrete. So you got your shovel, you're banging against the chicken poop in the coop, and it just won't come up. Literally. So I got all the way through the day, and I went, I'm not going back on that one. Because I couldn't get it. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. And we didn't have masks. Because when you're in a coop confined like that, you need to have a mask on and all of that. So we didn't have a mask or anything like that. So I understand. But there you go. Thanks, Ange, for the comment. Mink farm. That will be, I think, the strangest thing we got this morning is the mink farm.
The mink farm.
The mink farm.
I don't even know.
Oddest job you've ever had. Taking your calls, 547 KORD. More of the calls on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
The Cord Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD. Have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto? Make sure you have our app, so when you connect your device, we can go everywhere together.
It's KORD 810, sunshine for you right now, 55 degrees. Patty and I both sitting here discussing odd jobs that we've had. And again, there's been some crazy odd jobs. Ange with the mink farm has got to be the top one today.
I think so.
Already on all the calls we're taking. Philip, tell us about the odd job that you got.
Years ago, I started driving for a livestock trucking company, and it was in the wintertime. I got assigned to clean out one of their trailers. Manure was in there, and it was frozen, and it was about 6 to 8 inches deep, and we had to cut it and then pick it up by hand and throw it out the trailer. And they look like great big brownies.
Oh, my gosh.
Philip, I'd be out there having a Frisbee contest with those. I'm like, let's go out here and throw out these Frisbees here. But, yeah. I've talked about it on the show before. When you deal with manure, you're shocked because it's like it's not what you expect. You're expecting whenever you're cleaning stalls, where you expect it to be all gushy and mooey and all, mushy and all that. Not always. Sometimes it's concrete, man. And you're sitting there trying to hammer away with a hammer on it.
Yeah.
You ever been out there on the?
No, I have not.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what. No. No.
We need somebody to call in who's got a ranch or farm. We need to take Patty on out there and have her clean out a couple stalls. It'll change your life.
I've been on a farm before here and there, but I have never had to clean out a stall.
Yeah. It's
No.
there's
No, if I lived on a farm, of course I would.
So we went out. It was so funny. A few months back, Trot Tri-Cities.
Yes.
So we went out there, and I remember going back because it's been a while since I've been on the farm or the ranch. Oh, that smell is great. I love the smell. I do, because as I was heading towards the stalls, it took me back to my childhood of growing up on the Grand Ronde River. I miss.
So growing up in the city, going to the Minnesota State Fair was always a big thing, and that's where I got my taste of animals. And I remember, like, when we would go. Out in the country, my dad would go, "Oh, smell that farm fresh country air," and I was like,
"That's true."
Thanks, Dad.
It is the best smell.
Well, it is.
So, Honest Jobs 547 KORD. More of your calls on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
We love to hear from you, and it's easier than ever to reach out. Just open up the Cord mobile app and send us an app chat message, or you can contact us the old-fashioned way at 509-547-KORD. Number one for New Country, 1027 KORD. It's easy and quick. Stop by our website or open our app for your chance to head back to school with a $500 Visa gift card. Look for Hall Pass Cash.
Number one for New Country, it's 1027 KORD. You got Rick, you got Patty. Ready for that 102 in a row, brought to you by Horn Rapids RV Sales and Service, coming up in just a bit. Now, normally when you guys send us an app chat or an email about your situation that's going on, we usually take your side. Well, today, we might not be taking Kelly's side on this situation. What's going on with Kelly?
Rick and Patty, I try to schedule all my dates on Wednesday night. So that way, if I like the guy, I can go out with him again on Friday or Saturday. So I had a date on Wednesday. And it started off horribly because my date called me by the wrong name. So I had to ask, who was Tara? And he stumbled and fumbled like an NFL player on Sunday afternoon. I thought about walking out right then and there, but I decided to stay and order the most expensive thing on the menu.
Oh, geez.
So my date never gave me a straight answer as to who Tara was or is. And he's asked me for a second date on Saturday. Now, in his defense, he was extremely nervous because he is dating way over his head with me. So do I give this guy another chance or not? I don't appreciate him thinking about another woman while he's on a date out with me. What would you do if you were me, Kelly and Kelly?
Oh, boy. And people are lighting it up on the Facebook. What are they saying? What advice are they giving Kelly there?
Someone thinks highly of themselves, don't they? Save him the trouble of your ego and cut him loose. That's from Mary.
I like what Coca-Cola says. What do you gain by ordering the most expensive item on the menu? Maybe Tara is a really good friend of his and he just got done talking to her and maybe told her about an upcoming date with you-know-who. It was a slip-up and he's probably embarrassed by it. It doesn't mean he's thinking about another woman. You literally just met the guy. It's a first date. That's from Coca-Cola.
Shannon says, you don't seem like a nice person. And Pat says, dating over his head. Wow, just wow. Get over yourself.
I like what Kevin said. He needs to up his game. Sounds like you are a conceited mental wackadoodle. He should have excused himself after you ordered the most expensive meal, gone to wash the room, slipped out the side door so you can enjoy the meal by yourself, and then paid for his as well as yours. Good grief. Get over yourself if possible. That's from Kevin. Yeah.
Jenna says, sis, I'm going to hold your hands when I tell you this.
Yep.
It's you.
Yep.
You're the problem.
Tara says it isn't me. Laugh out loud. I'm gonna put a laughing face on that one, Tara.
Carol says having confidence is a great thing, but too much is a bad thing. You need to chill. He got your name wrong. Big deal. If it happens again, then you can question dating him. Maybe he did it to see how you'd react. That's from Carol.
Andrea says, ooh, and Michelle says, I suggest he not give you a second chance. These are all
Amy
good.
says, I'd get over myself. I'd like to advise him not to go on another date with you, and there's all these red flags.
Yep.
That's from Lisa.
And Whitney says, what's his name so we can tell him to run? And Katie says, you sound high-strung. I'd tell the dude to run. This is the first time
Yeah,
ever.
a lot of people are turning. It might be you, Kelly. It might be you.
This is the first time in the history of other people's problems that we're saying it's
Everybody's saying you're the red flag.
You are the red flag.
Oh, no.
If I had gone on a first date and someone had treated me like that, I wouldn't even ask for this. He obviously likes you. He obviously likes you because he's asking for a second date.
He's asking for a second date, and maybe he did call you Tara just to see how you'd react.
But I know early on in my relationship with Megan, I'm sure I called her one time, maybe twice, by my ex-wife's name. I'm sure I did. It happens. You know. But that's it. Again, it's like no one's perfect. No one's perfect.
No, and mistakes do happen.
For us married people who've been married twice, you get used to people's names. You just do. And so even if you're with the current wife, you're like, oh, blah, blah. Oh, sorry.
It's funny because like even Jeff and I, like it's very, I refer to him as Jeff because that's his name, but I don't call him Jeff. I call him Buck.
I know you do.
And he calls me Buck too.
Right.
We're just.
Right, exactly.
Just have nicknames. I know.
Well, Kelly, we did our best, but everybody's against you today, and even Rick and Patty are against.
Yeah, you need to get over yourself.
You need to look in
Kelly.
the mirror. You need to look in the mirror and take a little self-reflection here. So good luck. Tell us how it turns out. 547 KORD. What would you do in the situation? We want to know. You got Rick and Patty.
You're waking up with the Cord Morning Show. #1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.